from struggling against Gaddafi troops. I'm really proud for this moment that the Libyans have waited for 42 years. I'm gonna give this to my dad as a present because he has suffered a lot from Gaddafi and Gaddafi policy.
Tell me how you got the hat and where you I mean, it suits you. Where did you get it from?
It was really pretty hard. I just went inside his room, which
Gaddafi's bedroom.
Yeah, Gaddafi's bedroom, and it was really. I was like, oh my God, I'm in Gaddafi's room. Oh my God! But then this thing happened. I found this. I was like, oh my goodness. But I'm happy now. I'm having this thing, and I'm happy for Libyans, for those people who have suffered a lot. And I really thank all the countries that have stood with us, that have given us the help and support.
I mean, you gotta laugh, right? Because in my ear, they're like, we've got an interview with one of the rebels who's been inside Gaddafi, and then, you know, look, he's got the hat on. He's wearing the hat. We saw the hat on Gaddafi many times. He's so happy, he said. He walked right into Gaddafi's bedroom and put on the hat and the necklace and some other bushy thing that I didn't understand the description of. Listen, a moment of levity in the midst of all this chaos, we'll take it, right? Let's get back to it. Another Sky News reporter who's been inside the compound reporting on the exchange of gunfire there that's been going on. Let's take a listen. We're told that this was shot back in June of this year. Now for some perspective on what we're seeing, national correspondent Catherine Herridge, live in Washington. Catherine?
It's a video, quite something, Megan. According to a senior defense official, the number of man-pads, that sort of military speak, for the shoulder-fired missiles in Gaddafi's arsenal is roughly 20,000. And Congressman Mike Rogers, who's chairman of the House Intelligence Committee, says he's concerned some of these weapons might walk away into the wrong hands.
That it's the one country that has the highest number of these shoulder-fired anti-aircraft missiles in that whole region, in the continent of Africa, in the Middle East. It is staggering to the length of which Gaddafi went to purchase and implement these particular weapon systems. And what makes us nervous is there is not a full accountability.
Just for some context, Al-Qaeda in East Africa back in 2002 used 2 shoulder-fired missiles to try and bring down an Israeli passenger jet over Kenya. That attack failed, but it led the Homeland Security Department to consider technology that could be used to protect commercial aircraft from similar attacks. Former Homeland Security Secretary Michael Chertoff told Fox just yesterday that the threat from these man-pads, cannot be easily dismissed.
The more surface-to-air missiles that are out and about, the greater the likelihood some of them will leave the immediate vicinity and find themselves either in Africa or in Europe or in other parts of the Middle East.
And on Libya's chemical weapons, some U.S. officials say the stockpile is small and relatively crude, but Congressman Rogers told Fox that he believes it's fairly sophisticated and that the U.S. government has not had recent assurances about who's in control of those weapons either, Megan.
Catherine Herridge, thank you.
You're welcome.
Back to Libya as the news warrants, but first we want to bring you this from the campaign trail.